Hey there. After years working with lawyers and consultants, we noticed something very important, that the expertise is not a problem. The actual problem is the lack of a system, and not just any system, but a system that can turn those relationships into consistent, predictable growth. Many professionals usually rely on a sporadic outreach, inconsistent follow-ups, not well-defined positioning, and on top of it, whatever energy they have left for BD at the end of the month. And the result brings us to one thing. It's an unpredictable pipeline that does not generate opportunities and create no moment, which it just adds to the frustration. That's why in the Accelerator program, we use the levers method, a 6-step repeatable growth system designed specifically for professional services. Each step builds on the last, taking you from clarity to consistency to scale. And we're talking about lead, establish, validate, execute, replicate, and scale. This video is just the starting point. Over the next 6 videos, we're going to unpack each lever in depth so you can apply to your own practice. And it all starts here with the most important of all levers: lead yourself. Most professionals try to grow by copying what others are doing. It might work for some aspects of it, but the fastest way to achieve growth is to start with yourself. You can't execute a sustainable BD strategy that doesn't really fit you, who you are, the way you like to work or communicate, and that's where most professionals hit a roadblock. Lawyers and consultants quite often force themselves into BD that feels unnatural. And when your strategy fights against your personality, the way you like to communicate, what you get in return is inconsistency, avoidance, and burnout. And here's where the misconception comes up. When people say, well, BD only works for those that have a certain personality type, or they have a natural talent to do business development, which is not true. BD will always work best if you're able to align with your strengths, your natural communication style, and your energy. That's when you start seeing real results. That's why lead is the first stage of the levers method. Clarity, better decisions, consistent actions. Let me give you a simple example. A consultant that we have been working with assumed that BD required pushy outreach because that's what the playbook that she found or she was following told her to do. And that felt nothing like her. So we took a step back and analyzed her strengths. It turns out she was actually excellent at thoughtful conversations, spotting patterns, and following up with care. She changed her approach to match exactly that. She started with smaller follow-ups, value-led conversations, and started nurturing her relationship for the long term. Her pipeline grew, and not because she had to work harder. It was just because it finally fit her. Here are 3 questions that you can use today to start identifying where your strengths are. What energizes you when you speak with clients and potential clients? What types of conversations naturally lead to new work for you? And where do clients usually say that you add the most value? I recommend you take those questions, write down your answers, and understand that BD for you starts right there. Map your strengths with simple reflections and see what changes. If you want deeper understanding of your strengths, blind spots, and BD styles, that's exactly where the Accelerator begins. And remember, if you lead yourself first, then the strategy will follow.